Okay, well, we're kicking everybody out. Get out the park. All rides closed, everything gone. Get rid of it. I am glitched, I will tell you that as a fact. So yesterday, I was doing a lot of work. Recorded. Well, the recording footage just didn't record. Have you noticed something different? Not all the scenery and time and effort and everything I put into this game in this one section is absolutely fantastic. Perfect last night. Hit save. Done. Came on today. Where the hell is my wooden roller coaster? Where the hell is it gone? Now I've checked every autosave. It's just not there. So what's happened is, I don't know. Exactly, that's the point. I don't know what's happened. The wooden roller coaster which we done on the last episode, that's gone. It is absolutely vanished. Not only that, the recording, the footage is gone. It's just completely kaput. So now what I'm going to have to do is, many guests are thirsty, well, one of them stole it. They blatantly stole the roller coaster. We know it's true. So I'm kicking everybody out of the whole entire park at the moment. Probably not a wise idea. But I'm going to have to now spend a lot of time trying to fit another roller coaster in this building and everything else. So I'm going to do a lot of that off camera because it's going to be an absolute nightmare to do. But the plan for today is, because we have this area, really nice looking western area, which we've been working on, I am going to come over here and probably take all this out, get rid of this whole entire lot, not the mountain, but we're going to get rid of this park bit because I'm not really too happy with this area right now. Really don't like it, and I want to do a lot of work on there. So we're going to do a time lapse of sorting that out, taking everything out, probably relaying the structure of the paths, section a bit of this park off, but that is frustrating. I am raged right now. Where the hell that's gone to, so don't go anywhere. I will get this rectified as quick and painfully as possible. So I like them little guys, they make me happy. This guy up here, ha! So yes, so we're gonna come back to this area, have a look at everything which I've done. I'm gonna try to get a wooden roller coaster in. We're just gonna have to make it better this time. Just gonna have to do even better again. So don't go anywhere. I will be right back, probably in about several hours, because I'll be pulling my hair out trying to get this in. But let's get this sorted. This is a bit of a nightmare, everybody. So I've had to delete this pretty much whole entire area, take a lot of scenery out, try to fit a new coaster in. Couldn't get it to line up exact, so I'm going to have to do a lot of bit of a kind of terrain terraforming now, kind of get rid of some things, tidy some things up a little bit, because we have holes going here, holes going there. So what I've done is I put the loop, the traditional loop which we had the first time in, but I put it underground this time, just up here. Nice slow kind of transition, smooth, and then it kind of zigzags around, goes back underground, comes up here, and back around into the station. So that seems to work out a little bit better than what we originally had anyhow. But now I'm going to do a lot of work off camera, so I wanted to give you kind of a little bit of an update, a little bit of a status update. But that's what we had to do, so that kind of sucks, because now we've got like floating trees and stuff, which I'm going to have to come in and press delete and get rid of them. We're going to have to take away a lot of this scenery here. Possibly kind of, maybe we can do something with here, integrate it a little bit, but that's going to have to go. Might raise this up, this whole entire area up a little bit, get a little bit of a mountain feel going on here. I'm not 100% sure yet, because like I said, it's a bit of a mess. I don't know where the roller coaster went to. A little bit of a disaster, so I will get that all done now. I will be right back. Okay, so I've done a little bit of scenery and stuff. I'm kind of a little bit fed up with this area right now, to be fair. But we've got a lot of scenery to put back in. We've lost a lot of stuff putting down this coaster again, which absolutely sucked. So what I've done is I went to Steam Workshop, and I managed to get myself some blueprints. I've got a couple of tree brushes by BWO, but we have these boulder sets. Now this is going to make things a little bit easier for us, because we could just alternate and just boom, plonk them right in there. And probably take this one as well and just, it doesn't really match as such, but we could just plonk them in there. So we're going to be able to do a little bit of decorative stuff for quickness. This is a rock formation which I made just for quickness as well, which I used over the other side of the park. Just place that like that, like so. And you start kind of like a rough feel to it. That's what I was doing before. We had this area, I'm not joking, we had this area absolutely fantastic. There's a rock formation there, which I used. But it's just a shame. Let's take some of this tree brushes right there by B-dubs. And let's just circulate it, sink it down a little bit, put that about there. That would be good. We're going to have to put the water tower back. I'm going to still have to build this up, which is absolutely just... No, it's like chaotic. But let's just quickly jump on this. Because we have changed it. Slightly. And I haven't actually rode it yet since we... Let's put it on a test mode. Let's jump into... Is it actually going? No, let's just slow it down, press play. And let's just jump into it. So that guy's pretty damn happy. We've got a little bit of a wider kind of exit point now. And I'm hoping it works perfectly fine. But I was really, really proud of this area. We had this area really, really nice looking. And just, boom, click like that. And it was gone. So I don't know when I've been building that kind of new family ride next to it. I've accidentally deleted and just not realized. Or it just hasn't saved properly. So I'm not 100% sure what's happened, but I've just spent the last 2.5 hours just putting down this roller coaster. It's absolutely madness. And I was like, no. So that was a little bit chaotic. Let's just speed that up a little bit. And down we go. So we've got to open all the park back up. We've got to open all the rides back up. Because I just got rid of all the guests. So we didn't have any floating guests around. I smoothed a lot of this track out as well. Oh, that looks pretty good. So I've done a lot of smoothing. I've got this really nice slow transition. You can see all the park, which I do like. Now we don't have any breaker sections, so we can't really put a secondary coaster on. But that is quite smooth. A little bit of trim brakes here where we'll fly around the corner. We've got to do a little bit of work in the cave system, some water popping through up top. So yeah, a lot of things still need tidying up. And to be fair, we could probably hide that away because, well, you're never going to see it. Another steep, really steep drop. Just to tie off the wooden coaster. And around we go. And a nice smooth transition back into the station. So, yeah. That is much better. I think that's much better than the original coaster we had. It seems to flow a lot better, but like I said, it just sucks. The other one was doing so well. So we don't know what they're going to like about this. Or if they're going to like it at all. Let's just open that back up. We did change it to All West, as it was commented in the description below by Extinction. Alien of Extinction, I believe it is. Just double check that. I might be wrong. Let's see, where have I got it? Extinctions of Aliens, yes. So he basically, Extinctions of Aliens been commenting, giving me a little bit of feedback, which is awesome. Cheers, bud. And that's what we're going to go with, All West. Fits the theme around here. But yeah, the station's a little bit high. We're going to have to do some kind of crazy building, hotel-looking station now, maybe. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, that's kind of proper bummed me out. Let's go to park management. Let's just go to our attractions and shops. They're all closed right now. Let's open all them back up. And we're going to open all these back up. Now, I thought it would have been easier just to kick everybody out the park. It kind of seemed to be the best way of doing it. Because it would have been chaotic. Trying to break paths with people, it's just a nightmare. They're just kind of floating together all over. So that's the park fully open. We're just going to speed the time up. Get them flown back into the entrance. Now, I was doing a little bit of work on the entrance. I didn't really like this. So, this whole park side of things, this is ugly. That's what I've been mainly focusing on, this whole section over here. I did put these paths out in different directions, kind of, we could put little places here, little places there. Got all this area here. Now, I was working on a fence before we lost all that. And, yeah, look at them. So they're all plowing back in to ride all these different rides. I don't know where these are going. These are going to long way around by the scenes of things. Maybe they want to go here. I don't know. Really long way around. So we're going to get transport and everything into the game eventually. But they're not going to like that. I want to do some fun. I don't want to go to the shop right now. Momentum 9 right now. Okay, so they don't really want to go to the shop. Whether they're going to go on this ride... Oh, there we go. Yes, they are. They are. So, Maybes. This has worked out for the best in a way. 5% I want to go on the Old West. Old West is really good for value. So they really do like it. We've only got 35% queue scenery right now. Which is poop to be fair. But they seem to be happy enough to go on this. Which, yeah, look at that. So yeah, so that's made us a little bit happier. Has been kind of a crazy day. Let's just get some bushes and we'll just put a bush down. Maybe some boats. Put a bush here. Let's get this bush over here. We'll just tuck this bush in. Probably about here. Yeah, get some bushes going. We'll get some cowboys and stuff back. I'll do a lot of work on that. Off camera. I'll do a lot of work. So what I was thinking of doing today, the original plan was anyhow, they really like this. We did put this little ride in. And they really do like this ride. And we've got this nice little kind of little, like a little kind of log cabin seaside hut. Path system's a little bit rubbish right now. I need to rework on some of that. We might be able to even swing it around through here and attach it somehow. I'll think of the path system. I put the station on the wrong way around. That's basically why the path goes over there. So I've got a hell of a lot of work to do again. A hell of a lot of work, which I'll probably get that done over the weekend. I'll get this all done before the next episode, or at least attempt to do so. So this area has just been kind of forgotten. And what I want to do is I'm going to pause the game. And we're just going to... Well, I'm not really going to pause the game. Well, yeah, we need to pause the game to be fair. I'm going to pause the game and I'm going to remove a lot of this whole entire area. Because it doesn't really serve much of a purpose. They come to this ride, which they kind of like at the moment. But nobody goes on hardly any of these rides, and that's basically because the entrance is rubbish. Now, I want to pull this out further so we can do some sort of an entrance. I'm thinking maybe we just do like a nice little rock formation, where you come through like a rock cave into this kind of park. I'm thinking that's going to be a thing. So, let's just quickly pause the game. We're going to go into time-lapse. I'm going to remove all these shops. We're going to probably space these shops out along here, because that seems to be a nice little shopping district right there. We're going to get rid of a lot of it. They're not going to be too happy, but it needs to be done because it's a mess. We've just got stuff all over. I like the little grass and park area, but we've got that all saved. So I'm going to get on to doing that right now. Okay, so I cleared the whole entire area out. As you can see, we've got like people like this is why I didn't want to really have people in the park, but never mind, we've done it now. Because they kind of huddle themselves into groups. They're having like a little mosh pit over there. Probably rocking out or something. So, we completely cleared it out. Now the idea is, I've given myself enough room to build an entrance here, off camera. Just to play around with some things, we can get the camera there. Now over in this section over here, this kind of corner, that's kind of dominated with the west now. Everything's kind of western themed over here. So, I want to kind of, I'm not going to get rid of this coaster because it was my first coaster. Now, what I want to do, because they do like this area, just move the path a little bit, is I want to turn this area into a pirate themed area. Now I want to get rid of eventually such as the pre-built shops, but to be fair, they're alright there. They don't really get in my way, they kind of work. So what I want to do is start focusing on kind of this area itself. Kind of get off the ground, kind of do some stuff. So to do so, to turn it into kind of a pirate area, we're going to need some sand. It's got to be like a beach area first of all. So let's just quickly get the paint tool. We're just going to paint this. Paint that just like that. Now, crazy, we're just going to kind of dot it around here. A bit there, a bit there. That'll do. Just make it all messy. Give it a little tap here. Maybe there's a little bit of rock formation. Probably not. So let's just get some... We do have a tool as well, actually. Which is the auto paint tool. Let's just give it a dab, maybe. Nah, it's going to get rid of everything. Anyhow, instead of painting, what we could do is we can focus on this anyways afterwards. Let's just get that in there. Just give it a little dab. Just spam left click. There we go. So, this is what I want to kind of be. Now, I thought what we could do first of all is get in each section of the park, instead of having them mainly at the main entrance. Each section at the park, we could have our info booth. So, I'm going to quickly see if I can build up a majority of an info booth right now. Just do some rough, some quick, just to get a rough feel of how we're going to do it. Now, info, where are you, info? Whenever I want info, there it is. Click on information. I can never find it. So we want to hold down set and just give it a little bit of a rotation. Here will be good. We don't really want a path in there yet, so I'm just going to put it in the middle of nowhere. Now I'm going to click on that, and I am not done with editing. We're going to go to building. And stucco. Stucco will be a good theme for pirates. So we've got this kind of grid. Now, the grid itself is 4x4. Which is alright, I suppose. If we could get it to kind of function the way I want it to function. There we go. So we're going to click on the walls. Now, stucco's got this really nice colour to it. It's like a yellow sand colour. So we're gonna get the front of the shop first of all, like so. And I'm gonna rotate this. We're just gonna box this in. Two there, two there. Just like so. Then what I want to do is to keep the shape going, I want to change our grid size to 2. So that allows us to work in this little section right here. But I want to have something, maybe there's a 2 meter wall. We want a 3 meter wall, but can't seem to find one. Let's just put that there, like so. Kind of works. Want a little shack kind of deal going on. Does that work for us? Does that work? Maybe? Maybe it's not. Maybe it's I don't want it in that much. Maybe what we could do is we could probably make this a little bit wider, but now we'll keep it like that. Let's take this little bit of wall back. Let's just put it in just like so. Like that. That should do. I'm thinking that will do for what I'm thinking of. And then they have these nice little slopes, so I want to just take one of these and put this up here. Now, is that going to work? Is the question. We'll find out in a minute. So we've got this nice little slope. Now I want to kind of rotate that. I want to drop that into our little bit here as well. So you're not going to see that from the inside. Now, roof-wise, what we want to do is we want to take... Now, like I said, this is just a really, really quick build. There is a nice little bit of roof. This roof here, what's it called? Ridge tile roof slope. Now these are quite nice for putting in it for a pirate theme. Now you're going to be too big for in there, I think. Maybe can we sink it down a little bit? Yeah, we can sink it down. So you're never going to see that. Then we've got these little ridge bits. So what we could do is we could hold down shift and bring them up over that. Maybe it's not. What we can possibly do is, can we pull this on the inside? Yep, we can. Let's just pull these bits on the inside of the grid. Nice and smooth, nice and smooth. I like it so far. Now we need to patch up this part of the wall, so let's type in stucco again. Now I am getting better at building. I've been doing a lot of research. So this game is very much, the more you play it, the better you get. But it's not easy. It is not easy whatsoever. It's kind of been a right challenge to actually play. So we've got that like so. That looks alright to me. Let's just go back to the roofs. Let's take off stucco. So that looks, so far, very plain. It is very plain. Now we've got to do the little bits of detail. And this is where you can spend absolutely ages detailing. Now there is this ridge roof tile. So let's just possibly snap that to here. Give it a little bit of an overhang on there. Let's rotate that there. And let's just snap that onto there. How's that look? It looks different, that's for sure. It'll make more sense once we start detailing. Let's pull that up on there. Let's just move that along to there. So we've got that like so. Yep. Now we have a gap in the top, so we can take this ridge tile now and line that up just about here. Pull that up. And that should sit there. Yep, it does indeed. Can we get that on this bit maybe? Or would that look... How would that look just on there? Now I didn't even know about changing the grid. Once I figured out you could actually change the grid, things became a lot easier, I'll tell you that much. A lot easier. So we've got it like that so far. Not bad. Now we want to get... We could probably go to more filters, building sets. Is the one for pirate? Scenery? Pirate. Let's just go to pirate. Let's see what. Let's click on all and let's see what actually comes up. So we've got all these different flags and different skulls. Now that's not a bad skull, but doesn't really kind of cry out information, to be fair. Maybe we could put that on. Maybe it's like so. We can just kind of hide that maybe somehow. Or maybe put it there. I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, the detailing, I'm going to have to kind of work on it. We could take this, for instance, and sink that into maybe it's the front here. Let's pull it down ever so slightly so it's a bit like an awning. Like so. That's a little bit too big. Can we split this from building? Let's hit X and let's just... Can we slide that in there without it peeking out too much? No, we can't. It's going to pop out there as well as there. It's a bit too big, so let's just get rid of that. That doesn't work. So we're just going to have to experiment a little bit. Now let's type in awnings. Is it going to come up? Is it going to do it? Yes, we've got this one. Now we do have a canvas, but there is a pirate one, if I remember rightly. Yes, there it is. So we can hold F, press X, pull that down. Oh, that's got a nice little bit of wood plank as well. But that's sinking behind, so if we pull it through to here, we can then drag down that frame just to there. That's going to be a little bit too low, isn't it? We just could pull that up just about here. Yep, that's good, that's good. Now if we type in plank maybe? I'm sure there's a plank in the game. I've seen a plank in the game anyhow. Yep, there it is. Wooden plank. At least we can rotate that, snap that to here. Now that's not the same. That's going to be a wooden post to fix that out. But nevertheless, what we could do is we could take that, hold down F. Actually, we want to snap it to here. Just hold down F, just pull that up to maybe about here. Could probably hide away the top part if we wanted to. That would probably work. But yeah, I don't really like that too well. So we're getting there. We are getting there. Now, what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to do a lot of detailing on this. We are unfortunately running out of time. So I do apologise for the bit of a madness of this episode. Don't seem to have achieved a great deal. I'm going to do a lot of work off camera on these buildings. Get some of these dotted about. And I will see you on the next episode. So until then, have fun.